यत्र योगेश्वरः कृष्णः यत्र पार्थो धनुर्धरः तत्र श्रीर्विजयो भूतिर्ध्रुवा नीतिर्मतिर्मम। मात्रास्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्णसुखदुःखदाः आगमापायिनो नित्याः तां स्थितिक्षस्व भारत। The Pandavas and Kauravas had assembled in Kurukshetra to wage a war, but upon seeing his relatives such as brothers, fathers, uncles and mentors, Arjuna was deeply disturbed and decided against the war and sought Krishna's guidance, accepting him as his guru, mentor. And Krishna just laughed off upon hearing what Arjuna had said, and he consoled him that the bodies are mortal. So today or tomorrow they are going to perish inevitably. So one need not worry if the bodies get destroyed. Naturally, Bhishma, Drona and the sons of Dhritarashtra are going to lose their mortal bodies today or tomorrow, and the soul is eternal. Never it is born and will never get destroyed also. So, if the enemies are killed in the battle, you, Arjuna, need not worry for the position of souls or Atma and the position of bodies also. Because the Atma cannot be killed and the body will be destroyed even if it is not killed today. So, O Arjuna, don't get disturbed so terribly and be prepared for a war. Here a question arises. It can be understood that the souls are Nitya and Anadi. They are endless. They cannot be born and destroyed. And the body is going to perish today or tomorrow. But if our relatives are killed in this battleground, we will never be able to see them in the future. We will not have an opportunity to talk to them, to touch them. So, the body gets destroyed and the Atma enters another mortal body. But we people know all these Atmas such as Bhishma, Drona, Karna and the sons of Dhritarashtra only through this body. If they receive another mortal body, how are we going to recognize those souls in another body? Moreover, if we continue to wage a war against our relatives, many of them will be definitely killed and so many will be wounded. So, if the bodies of our relatives are seriously wounded, that will not be a tolerable situation for all of us to see and enjoy that situation. So, it is the cause of my pain and sorrow that all these relatives, all these enemies will either lose their bodies or their bodies will be terribly wounded. To answer this question, the 14th sloka, Matrasparshastu Kaunteya, comes here. The contacts of Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha and Shabda will give us pains and pleasures in this world. But it can be noted here, only the contact, the sparsha, won't give us the pains and pleasures, but the attachment or abhimana that we develop with all these people will give us pleasures and pains. Here in this world, it is experienced by all of us that we will be pained only if our people get into trouble. We will be unhappy and feel sorrow. Naturally, we won't be unhappy if some other people to whom we are not attached, if get into trouble. So it is crystal clear that we have a particular attachment with our people and don't have the same with others. So this particular attachment gives us pain when our people are troubled and when some others whom we don't know or we are not attached to them are troubled. To denote Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, Sparsha and Shabda, the word Matra is told there in the sloka. Rupa means color or complexion and the figure of a thing. Rasa is taste. Gandha is smell. Sparsha is touch and Shabda is sound. These are named Matra. Miyante iti matraha. Here the root ma says those which are known or those which are weighed well before receiving. They are called matra. It is known to all of us that we weigh the things which are presented before us. If the figure or complexion is acceptable to us, we will receive it. We will try to enjoy it, not otherwise. The same way, if the taste and smell are comfortable to us, we will be enjoying it. Otherwise, we just reject them. It is the case of touches and sounds also. We will try to avoid the sounds and touches which are not comfortable to us. So, they are weighed before accepting them in. So, miyante, they are weighed upon well and enjoyed only after weighing. That's why they are considered matras. And sparsha means contact. Here, the sage Vyasa could have said matra sangasto. The sangha means contact between the organs and their objects. But instead of the word sangha, he has used the word sparsha. The word sangha is known to all of us also. It would have been more understandable than the word sparsha. But by using the word sparsha, the sage denotes that the contact between organs, sensual organs and their objects gives us pains and pleasures only if there is an attachment, abhimana. The word sparsha, which can be translated in English as touch, means an emotion or affection in English language also. The word touch does not only mean the contact. So, sparsha means a contact established along with attachment, which causes the pains and pleasures. And here he has used shitoshna sukha dukkadaha. These contacts along with attachment will give us pains and pleasures such as shita and ushna. In all the languages, English, Kannada and Sanskrit, the word shita and ushna gives so many shades of meanings. The word ushna, which can be translated in English as warm, means something comfortable, something acceptable, affectionate, such as when we use, he extended a warm welcome. Here the warm welcome means affectionate, respectful welcome. And the word shita means cold in English. The cold means the action or thought where there is no affection or consideration to others' feelings. It is used as cold response. In English also it means unfriendly or emotionally distant and unfeeling. So the words shita and ushna indicate dukkha and sukha in all the languages. So Krishna used the words shita and ushna, sukha dukkadaha. They are agamapayinaha, anityaha, tan titikshasva bharata. The contact between sensual organs and their objects is only temporary. Nobody can expect that contact to last for long. So just tolerate them. Just make them unsuccessful. The attachment or the selfish nature of all of us give us pleasures and pains. It is known. Even if the Bhishma, Drona and the sons of Dhritarashtra are going to die, you will be grieving as you have a particular attachment, and moreover, only if you are selfish. Here, this can be observed in this world that when we lose a close relative or friend or anyone such as mother or father, naturally that gives us pains. But let us observe the difference between those pains. When we ourselves are younger ones and lose our parents, we will be naturally more distressed, as we will be expecting so many things from those parents. But if the same thing happens, if our parents, our mother or father, or any close relative or guardian dies, when we have reached some safe position, we will be relatively less distressed. And finally, if our mother or father dies at a ripe age of 90 or 100, when we ourselves are 60 or 70, the grief we feel will be only minimal. Those who come to console us sometimes say, "It was very good that your father or mother died safely without disturbing anybody." Though we ourselves are grief stricken, we think that that is a fact. So, we will be always selfish and expecting things from others when we are just young ones. And we will be naturally more distressed when we lose our well wishers. So, it can be observed that the grief we feel depends upon the benefits we will be receiving from the deceased person. This shows the swartha, or selfish nature of human beings. Moreover, the death is not only a change, but it is a better change which occurs for the dead person. Here it can be understood that if one loses his infancy and goes to childhood and thereafter loses his childhood and comes to young age, he will be naturally happy as he can get a lot of knowledge, can earn money, and enjoy all the comforts of this life. So, from going to childhood, from infancy to childhood, and from childhood to young age is acceptable for everybody. Let us look at some another example. When we are walking here and there, it is just a walking. But if we walk from our home to a temple, that is a walk for a betterment. In the same way, if we lose our own old useless body and get a fresh body which can enable us in getting more knowledge, more achievements, and more comforts of this life, we will be we should be naturally happy. Nobody in this world can be sure that his old incapable body to last for long and serve our purposes. The 16th shloka of this chapter, that is Nasato Vidyate Bhavaha Nabhavo Vidyate Sataha, explains that no good occurs from bad things and no bad happens from good things. Whatever we have achieved in this birth, such as knowledge, maybe it is a physical knowledge or spiritual knowledge, that will be carried with our souls for our next births. So the death is for our betterment, not for our deterioration, our downfall. All of us believe in Punarjanma theory, the theory of rebirth. So, the devotees of Almighty who seek more and more knowledge, devotion, will be awarded with more and more opportunities of rebirths, Punarjanmas, by the Almighty Himself. In those Punarjanmas, the seeker is given so many opportunities to get more knowledge and reach the salvation finally. We all know the game of snakes and ladders. In that game, when we can catch a ladder, we will go up, and when a snake bites us, we will fall down. And the game continues, and the player finally reaches the goal. In the same way, our life is also a game of ladders and snakes. So many ladders, that means opportunities, will make us rise, and in the same way, so many snakes, which mean the difficulties of this life, make us fall down. The only important thing is the player must be patient and should hasten slowly. Keep on keeping on. Let us see what Krishna says to Arjuna in our next episode.